Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. I'm Samantha Anderson, Director of Communications with the Newton Public Schools, and I'm here with your video recap of the first newsletter of 2021. We are sending it out a little bit earlier in the week than we have in months and weeks past. This is so it's a little bit closer to the board meeting, so the information's just a little bit newer and a little bit more timely. If you had any feedback on this change, feel free to just email me at samantha.anderson@usd373.org. Let's get to it. First is a shorter Board of Education recap article. The board did approve new gating criteria, and instead of explaining it there, I let Mr. Van Rankin explain it in his superintendent's corner below because he did such a great job explaining it in that text. I thought we would just let him do it. And then additionally, Mallory Morton was named the new board president. Congratulations. And Melissa Schreiber is the new board vice president. Congratulations to you as well. As always, we do have the board meeting. It's broken up into 3 parts, and that's there for you to watch if you'd like. It is captioned. I know sometimes it's hard to hear. We should be getting our new equipment, hopefully done by March the 3rd, but we'll see. COVID can make plans change. And then we do have our Board of Education recap, where we go and talk to Mr. Van Rankin about the meeting, and he just recaps what happened, what you need to know, and then we also have some Q&As after that, and we will also make sure that those are written out for you, so you have those in case you just want to read it. You don't want to have to listen to the whole video. Next is that Superintendent's Corner. We do have the updated COVID numbers and then his information about the gating criteria. So I'm just going to sum it up for you really quickly. If you have more questions or just want to learn more, I strongly suggest you check this out because he did a good job explaining not only the gating criteria, but the thought process, who all was involved, everything like that, so you can get a fuller picture. So, starting second semester, which will begin January 25th, so no changes until then, we will be changing our gating criteria. Some reasons for this is just consistency. We've heard from staff and parents that that's important to them, so we've listened and are changing. This change will happen through February the 12th. The board will meet a few days before that and kind of review how it went, see what the numbers look like, things like that. So basically, grades pre-K through 6 will be on site, and 7 through 12 will be hybrid. Real quickly, if you chose remote at the beginning of the year and you've been in remote, this does not apply to you. It's only for those in the flexible mode of learning. So if you've been in remote, you don't have to listen to this part. It does not apply to you. We've gotten that question, and it's a great question. So back to the flexible mode of learning. So pre-K through 6 on site, 7 through 12 hybrid. However, hybrid will be a little different. So instead of having 2 days in a row, we are alternating. So, for instance, hybrid A will be on Monday, hybrid B on Tuesday, hybrid A on Wednesday, hybrid B on Thursday, and hybrid A on Friday. You might have noticed no remote Wednesdays right now, and you might be thinking, well, hybrid A went to school more days. How is that fair? Well, the next week, it will be hybrid B on Monday, hybrid A on Tuesday, and so on and so forth. Kind of like the black and gold schedule at the high school in previous years, not this year. So that is the new information on the gating criteria. Again, he kind of goes into, just looking at the data and, talking with health professionals to make this change. One other thing to note is that we will still become more restrictive, and that will be considered on a school-by-school basis. So if there's transmission within close contact groups or staffing issues, things like that, they will look at that in individual schools. We've had to do it so far this year as well in certain buildings, mainly for staffing issues so far. So he has, like I said, a lot of more really good information, but since this is supposed to be a brief recap, I'll scroll through that. There will be additional testing, and that kind of goes in with some of his decision making. Wichita State will be working with us for testing, and it's going to start hopefully within the next couple of weeks. There'll be one type of testing through them. It'll be a saliva-based test that the turnaround should be about 24 hours. which would be great. Anybody can take that test. It's just surveillance testing, so in case you're asymptomatic, you feel fine, but you just want to make sure you don't have COVID and you're not spreading it to other people. Also, with the Harvey County Health Department, we will be having a nasal swab and antigen test. And again, this is just for symptomatic people. So this test can get done within an hour. There's more information kind of on the protocol on that, what your next steps are if you're positive or negative on the test. Right now, the test will be given to staff with permission. We aren't requiring it. However, in the future, we may spread that out to students. But again, we will need to get parent permission. We don't test without permission, just to clarify. And again, that's another great question we've been getting. There is a video that Mr. Bueller at Chisholm Middle School put together, kind of going over all of the new schedule. Everybody learns differently, so maybe this video will kind of help you understand it. So if you have more questions or things that just don't seem very clear, make sure you check out this video that he put together. Thank you for that, Mr. Bueller. It is Board Member Appreciation Month, so thank you for all you do. We know it's been a crazy year. There's a lot of newer board members that probably didn't expect to have to deal with all of this, but you all care a lot about our district and our students and our families and our community. And we'll have a lot of fun things over the next month, Facebook posts, other things like that. So just keep your eye out. And if you see a board member, just thank them for their time. Newton High School Thespians is still having the murder mystery box, and it's $25. It's basically a whole murder mystery. They have videos and props, and it's something fun that you can do with your family. We do still have the question and feedback form on all of our websites. There's a nice feature about the Scholars Bowl. They're doing extremely well this year, as they do most years. And then some exciting news. Mackenzie Glassman, who we told you earlier in the summer that she made the all-national choir. Well, now she's been selected as one of 4 sopranos in the country to sing the descent on a song the group will sing. So congratulations, that's amazing. We have our Newton High School Students of the Week, and then, of course, our staff shout-outs. So if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email, samantha.anderson@usd373.org, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.